My name is Pravina Shukla. I'm a folklorist. I teach at Indiana University. I have two aspects of my job. One is I teach at the university. The other aspect of what I do is research, and that's really field work. So we go out into the field. I'll go to India or Brazil or parts of the United States, interview people, photograph, document, and that's the other half of what I do, which is the field work, which really informs my books and articles as well as my teaching in the classroom. My interest in culture honestly began with, my parents are from India. I was born in Norway. I grew up in Brazil. I went to Brazil when I was 1 year old. I live in the US now. So all this tremendous exposure to different cultures and languages was just a natural way for me to be. Everything about me, the way I understand the world, the way I position myself, has to do with the study of culture. So I started out honestly with the human body topic. I started out as pre-med. I was interested in the body, the inside of the body. And then I understood that we are all cultural beings, not just biological beings. And I ended up studying anthropology as an undergraduate. Anthropology is the aspect of culture where you're studying creativity, you're studying festivals and music and dance and food and clothing. And to me, that became the way to understand human beings, by looking at their artistic creations, ways in which they express who they are as individuals, position themselves in the world through creative acts. And that's why I became a folklorist. In some ways, we all have the same biological components, right? We have arms and blood and circulation. But how do we express ourselves out into the real world becomes a way in which we understand differences and connections between human beings. So that's where culture comes in, ways in which we study how to live our lives, our religion, where we live in terms of environment. So all of those become, I think, really interesting ways to how we become individuals, human beings, is so different. That has to do with culture, which is such an important part of who we are. And what I hope the reader gets out of this chapter is that there are commonalities and there are differences, and the differences are meaningful and they're purposeful. And the main thing I wish a reader gets out of this to understand something called cultural relativism. Everybody's culture is unique to who they are, and we have to understand people on their own terms. We don't judge them on our own criteria. We understand them on their own criteria. And if the young reader who reads this volume gets that would make me very happy.